Hello, this video is going to demonstrate how to perform cervical rotation using range of motion tracker software. So as you can see, I have a session going right now. I've made sure that my cervical spine is selected. Now you're going to notice that there's three different ways of capturing this. I'm going to explain how to use all three of those as well as their case uses. And then we make sure that the side is selected. So right now I have the left. So in the drop-down menu, you can see there's full range, which I have selected here. There's also rotation from the front view and rotation from the side view. Those measurements give us just a tad bit more accuracy. Now this rotation with full range gives us great accuracy, but if you're looking for the exact measurements and repeatability across patients, sometimes using those front view and the side view is going to be a little bit more specific. Either way, I would just recommend whichever you choose with a person or a client, you just continue to use that moving forward. So that way you have repeatability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start my camera, and then I'm going to pull up my guide right here. Okay, so when in doubt, just pull the guide up. This is going to give instructions that we're going to relay to our individual, our client that we're testing. Rotate your head to the left as far as you feel comfortable without rotating your shoulders. That part's important. Just make sure they're not turning their shoulders as they go. The visibility, we want to make sure that the camera can see the nose, both eyes, and both shoulders. I have that right here. And we want to sit or stand facing the camera. Both shoulders should be completely within view of the camera throughout the entirety of the movement. That's what I have set up right here. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to turn my head as far as I feel comfortable to the left, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit capture. Okay, so make sure my shoulders are level, they're even. Turn my head to the left, hit that capture button, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the right here. I'm going to select the right side. I'm going to turn my head to the right as far as I feel comfortable. There's the button and hit capture. Okay, so that's how I go ahead and get started there. So say I'm looking for just a tad bit more accuracy, and what we're going to start with is front view. So when we split these two measurements in half, the number that we're looking for is 45 degrees. So again, if we're looking for that accuracy, and say we have an individual that can't move past 45 degrees, they're pretty limited in their rotation, this is going to be a good one to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same movement right there. I'm going to select my left side, and I'm going to rotate to my left, and I'm going to pretend that I have some serious deficits right there. So say that's as far as I can go. Capture that at 37 degrees. I'll do the same thing to the right here. I'm going to rotate to the right, say I only get to about there, and I have both of those. Okay, but say now we have someone who can move quite a bit more. And so this is where the movement is going to change a little bit, and the setup is going to change. So the instructions are the same. We're going to select left, rotate your head to the left as far as you feel comfortable without rotating the shoulders. Now visibility. The starting position should allow the camera to see left ear, left shoulder, nose, and left eye. So this is going to be a profile view to set up. Right shoulder should not be visible throughout the entirety of the movement, ensuring no rotations happen at the shoulders. My shoulders will be perpendicular to the camera. And as you can see in the starting position, start in a profile position while sitting or standing with the camera on your left. Your shoulders should be completely perpendicular to the camera. Okay, so if we're looking to capture a little bit more accuracy towards the end range, I would select this option here. So what I'm going to do, since I need to set up, is I'm going to turn my timer on right here. And this is me testing myself. If you're testing an individual and you have the ability to click, you don't need to select the timer. This is more for me testing myself right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set myself up. We started with the left side. So my left shoulder is now going to be visible. I make sure that I'm in a good position right here with my shoulders. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and hit that capture button. And I got 5 seconds to set myself up. I turn. Good, we've collected the left side, so now we're going to go ahead and switch and do the right side. Okay, so same idea, my right shoulder is going to start in parallel, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that capture button. I know I have 5 seconds to make sure I'm in a good position here, and I turn. Good. So I have 3 different options of measuring my cervical spine. My rotation of my cervical spine here. It all depends on what you're looking for. I would just, again, have repeatability as you go through with each patient. Say, for example, you start with a patient that has less than 45 degrees of cervical rotation. There might be the case that the next time you test them, if it's improved, now we move on to that profile view. But either way, I would just be consistent with your testing. If you have any questions, just reach out to ROM Tracker at info@romtracker.com. Thanks for tuning in.